and in collaboration with Black Women Radical, we are giving you a conversation, Who Pushes Culture Forward. Um, I want to introduce our participants and our moderator. So we have Rowin, who is a multidisciplinary artist with the affinity for all praxis that encompasses magic at its hearth. Emotional intelligence and intuitive thinking are her weapons of choice in the daily fight for freedom. Through her preferred medium of music, Rowin advocates for all who are underrepresented in society. Striving consistently to incite and impact progressive change, she conjures a world that provides access and privilege to its very inhabitants. Then next, we have our participant, Ragabor, who is a rapper, a songwriter who's summed up in one word, unruly. She's also an amalgam of all the things that make unruly rappers great: critical presence, pointed and layered lyrics, hood savvy, a unique sense of style, and golden age of hip hop, channeling Lil' Kim and Jadakiss, though she isn't a revivalist. Rahrah's work explores her youth and her day-to-day life living in America at the zenith of trans visibility, and in one of many ways most people have yet to see. In her own words, she's, quote, hip hop's Omar Little, only prettier, unquote. And we have our moderator, Courtney, who has created her own dance company called Masters at Work. She also founded a youth-driven ballroom house in the Kiki scene called Juicy Couture, and is a member of the House of Balenciaga. As an iconic founder and ballroom legend, she continues her work in the ballroom community, building and developing. So I'm gonna hand the show over to Courtney.
Hi, can you see me? Hi, everybody. My name is Courtney, Juicy Balenciaga. I hope everyone's feeling well. I hope everyone's feeling good. I'm so excited to be here with such amazing people. This is my first time on Zoom on the computer, so I'm like trying to figure this whole thing out. I don't know, because I can't see you guys. I don't know if you guys can see me. So, hope everyone's feeling good. Like, ladies, are you ladies ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes, they gave a yes.
Yes.
Hi, ladies. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh y'all showing skin. Let me see. Let me put a gown on. I'll be right back. No, I'm late. I'm late. You ladies look amazing today. So we're gonna open up this conversation. How are you feeling today, girls?
I feel good. You know, I'm just chilling. I'm excited to have this conversation with y'all. I'm hyped. You know, I love both of y'all. So yeah.
I love you too. How are you feeling, Roland?
I'm super nervous, but I'm super excited to be here with you and Rahrah. I'm such huge fans.
Oh my gosh. I have known you for a very, 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 very long time. Like, you're doing amazing. You're doing amazing work. How does it feel to be seen?
Nerve-wracking, but I'm honored that I'm being seen. Yeah.
Okay. Shout outs to you. I met Miss Gabor about a year ago at the cookout, and from there we've been inseparable. You can say, right, Miss Gabor?
That's right. Definitely.
How's everything going with you in the music? How's everything going?
Everything's going well. You know, we just doing things, prepping up, finishing the album, working on a new EP as well to push out. Just, you know, also in the house in vinegar, baking, getting ready to start out. You know what it gives.
What's the name of the album? What's the next album? What's the name of the album?
Well,
you can't give that up. If you can't give that up right now, I understand. We can wait.
No, my album coming out, my debut album is called Mariella. Is my name. So it's just Mariella, that's the name of the album. And then I'm also working on an EP called French Vanilla Chai. So that's coming out.
Okay. Yeah. Rowin, do you have anything coming out as well?
Yes, I just released my latest EP called Hi, It's Me Again. It's on SoundCloud, and I'm working on a few other projects right now too. So stay tuned.
Shout out to the ladies. Keep it going. So I'm gonna open up with the first question of the night. Who do you look for guidance in your work, if anyone? what elements do you think make good moving work in productions?
You want to go first, Rowan? You want me to go? I'll go. It's fine. I think, for me, as far as like guidance is concerned, I definitely look to like my manager, Terrence. He's amazing. And also my friends, because I try to make music that you know, me and my friends would enjoy. Like that's the type of music that I want to make. Like when I make music, I'm like, okay, so if my friends not fucking with it for real, or if they're like, then I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go back and do something else, or maybe I need to make myself feel it too. And also myself, like I also look to myself for guidance. Like if it don't feel right with me genuinely, then it's just not something that I want to do.
Okay, okay. Rowan?
Well, I'm super inspired by you too, by Rara and by you, Court, and just by like Aya and all of my other sisters in the community. Right now, I'm like deeply obsessed with Aaliyah. I'm only 28, so I was like a kid when she was like coming out. So I'm like rediscovering her and her like her tenacity and her like individualism, and just trying to apply what path that you all paved for me and other women in society, to inspire me and to hopefully help inspire other women.
Okay. In a wake of what some consider a Black trans renaissance, what is the importance in archiving of Black trans women legacies for whom and for what?
Could you ask the question one more time, Court?
Sure. In the wake of what would consider a Black trans renaissance, what is the importance in archiving of Black trans women legacies for whom and for what?
I guess I could go first. I think it's like super imperative for the legacy of Black trans women to be archived, because we often get erased and we often get looked over in society, even sometimes by each other, just because, we all have to like support and like strive for our own like territory and our own path in this industry and just in life in general. I think we should be archived for us and by us, because who can tell our story better than us? And just for history and for the gag and for the kids that's coming up behind us, because if they don't see us, then they won't be able to see themselves. I feel, even though everyone has their own path, I do feel it very very like important that we show each other, because it'll be super genuine and hella authentic and undeniably beautiful.
Yeah, I truly agree. I truly agree. Ms. Gabor?
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think Rowan, you said it perfectly. I think it's important that we see, the girls, especially like imagine like if like Courtney, I always tell you, you need a TV show. Like I need to see you, the world needs to see you, because your personality is so big and you're so relatable, you're so round the way with it, and so fly. It's just like, how inspiring that would be for like a young girl. Just imagine like a young girl like who's grappling with her identity and she sees like a Courtney on TV for the first time and just being her full self and just, living out in the world, or any other like Black fab trans girls or any Black girls who are going through similar things as them, that are of trans experience. I think that is really important, like, because that we birth each other in a sense, right? Like, I think that a lot of times when, we may not have a word like, well, now I think it's different, right? Because we're in the age of such trans visibility where everybody sees trans people, where people always talking about how they're trans and whatnot. But when I was growing up, it wasn't like that. I didn't see a lot of girls that I felt like represented me, that made me want to be me. It wasn't until I was like older, and I was like probably like 17 or 18, and I met Khadijah for the first time, and meeting her was how I feel like it really woke it up for me. Like I always felt like, I knew who I was on the inside, but she saw it. And she was the one that told me like, oh, but you a girl, you know? And she was like, and just being around her and just seeing how she moved. And I was just like, oh, one day, you know, it's gotta give. Like, you know, I feel like she birthed me in that sense. Like, you know, so I think we give birth to each other in that sense. Seeing each other helps us kind of like identify, like, wait, maybe that's what's going on with me as well. It wasn't an overnight situation for me either. It was many years later after having met Khadijah, but she planted that seed in me for so long ago. But I think that if, you know, so many other girls have somebody that they can see growing up, that they can relate to, that are positive role models to them, and just embody things that they want to do with their lives. It's like work. Like, yeah, we need those things archived.
Shout out to Khadijah. I wanna touch on it a little bit too, because I feel like seeing it, I see there's so much positive things. And me coming up, I never saw nothing positive but trans besides making money and seeing like girls just make money. That's what I saw. Like, you know, I never saw nobody doing nothing positive until a bitch went to jail one day and the fucking lady had to do the lady had to that did the counseling, that did like the community service, was trans. And she was so easy, she was so understanding, like she knew everything. She wasn't too like, you know, and she wasn't too like the men would be like, get back to work with the pronouns messing up and just doing whatever. And at the time my name wasn't changed, but she understood, like, you know, so I think it's good that we have representation and things are you can see things, you know, because if you don't see it, then it takes longer to get there. So like if I don't see that this is going on and I'm thinking I'm the first one doing it, it seems harder versus you looking at somebody did it before, so you know that it's sunshine on the other end, like the grass is green on the other side, if I can make sense. You know, I'm BNG cousin, you know, I speak like, you know, but you get what I'm saying, ladies?
Yeah, I get where we be. I'm Benji cunt too. You already
So
know
am
how
I. You're
But
perfect.
I think,
so eloquent.
yeah, I totally get it. And I also think, you know, not even just for us too, but also for society, to make the world better, you know, in a sense for us. Because, and it's not to say that every girl, you know, it's a double-edged sword, right? That comes with the visibility, right? Because now bitches done seen polls, so they think they can run up to you and be like, if they spook you, they like, oh yes, that's my favorite show, or da 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 da, like all that kind of stuff. And it's like, they don't understand that most of us, you know, we do transition so that we can blend, so we don't have to deal with that kind of craziness, and we don't want people running up to us and spilling our tea and stuff. So I think that all of that is it kind of like, you know, it's a double-edged sword, but at the same time, it also opens people's hearts and their minds to being more, you know, having more capacity to hold, being more capacious, right? To be able to hold trans people and see trans people in the world, because it's like, they're like, it's an agenda. Yes, it's an agenda. I don't give a fuck. We are pushing an agenda. And the agenda is for you to expand your humanity, for you to open your minds and open your hearts to know that we're here, and it's okay for people to be like us. It's okay for you to have a trans daughter or a trans son, right? It's okay for you to have a non-binary child, like, you know. And I think that the media oftentimes gives people who don't have that lived experience or don't have a firm understanding of people like us, it gives them a sense of empathy. It pushes a sense of compassion. Because honestly, you know, we feel like Pose is not necessarily for us, right? It's for the people who are outside of the community to get a look into what it is, you know, and to see some of the stuff so that they can be impacted by it. We're not the ones who need the impacting. So yeah, I think that it's interesting. Like, I think that
But it is for
it's for us too.
It's for us too.
Yeah, it is for us too. But I meant to say it's not only for us. It's
Right.
not only for us. I think because a large part of it, the writing is not BNG cunt, right? The writing is not for the femme queens necessarily to get. The writing is for people to digest it who aren't in the community to be able to get it. So, you know. So I think that's yeah, I think it's both. I think it's definitely for us. It's like, it's giving us visibility. It's helping people look at, you know, trans people, and I guess in that sense, ballroom, and say, okay, I get a little bit more of understanding about this. But at the same time, I think that the languages are different. It's different, you know?
And especially because it's like a different time frame too. Like, right. I want to see more of our stories being told by us, of course, for our time. Like how, and I'm gonna shout out Aya for making Femme Queen Chronicles. It's so much like relevance that we need to see today, because we don't live in the 80s. We don't necessarily have the same struggles nor the same access that some of the women of our experience had at that time either. So it's like we have to like continue to move the needle forward and continue to like allow and open up space for new narratives to be told, and not even just narratives, but just new life to be shown, because we are all three different, you know, from three different spectrums of our experience, and have three different like perspectives and things to offer. So if people don't come to see our panels like this, then they don't know about us. Then they expect us automatically to be, you know, snipey like Electra, or docile like what's the character's name? Angel, or like a, you know, so it's like, we just need expansion so that we can be seen on multiple levels, I feel.
Beautifully said. I just wanted to point real quick, because Aya said something in the comments. She said the reality is, whether they want to or not, people are going to keep having trans kids. So whether they agree with our existence, it doesn't matter, because we're going to continue to exist. Children are going to continue to be born and then to be reborn again, right? And finding themselves. So it is important to see us. But I think that's a great question.
All right, y'all, for those that's out there that don't know what BNG cunt is, I just want to put that out there. BNG cunt is a term of endearment. It means like around the way, girl, every day. You know, that's because if you're using lingo that some of you may not know, so I just want to put that out there. Shout out to everybody that's BNG cunt.
Yes.
Here he is. Shout out to the BNG cunt. The BNG cunts make the world go round.
Okay, right, keeps it real.
Mm-hmm.
So, ladies, in what ways do you see current mainstream cultural trends in the public, in the private, the live, the digital, being influenced by Black trans women or our cultural production? Is it homage or exploitation?
Exploitation. I'm going to start with exploitation. I feel like the only people who can pay homage to us is us, because everyone else is just, it's like looking like in a fishbowl, like, and it's so frustrating. And I like get so upset about this, because we literally will celebrate a cis woman, and I won't say any names, you know, acquiring, you know, their gender confirmation surgeries, or their, you know, their body, you know, and just like really stepping on our necks in order to praise us, but to basically erase us. Like, erasure is so annoying and so real. And I feel like we can't trust anybody with our narratives but us. And there's so many allies, and there's so many, you know, people who want to see us progress, but it's in the way that they want us to. And it's in a way that they deem respectable, or like, because respectability politics goes into every, you know, sector of the world. And I feel like in order for it to be true homage, it needs to be toned by us, like told, helmed, you know, crafted, birthed, all of that by us in order for it to be true homage.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that I mean, yeah, like, I think that it is a lot of times exploitation, because the girls, you know, when I say the girls, I mean the cunts, the cis people, they will take from our culture, they'll take the language, they'll take the aesthetics and all of that, but in the same breath, then they'll be transphobic, right? And so you'll have girls who, you know, love for the girls to do their hair and their makeup and style them, and, you know, they want to get the bodies like them, they want to be surged out, they basically get FFS too, you know, all these things, and then they go ahead and then those in that same, with that same body, with that same FFS mouth, be transphobic. That's crazy to me, you know. And I think that, yeah, it is. I think a lot more than anything, it is expectation. I think that there's some girls who pay homage to us with the things, but I don't think for the most part they do. I think the most of them think we're a joke, you know, and we're just fab jokes. So I don't know. But hey.
You know what I saw, and I want to speak about, I was watching, y'all ever saw this movie where, this is off topic, but it's Y'all saw this movie about where Carrie Hilson when she played trans? I mean, Carrie Washington.
No, but I heard about
Oh
it.
yes, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it though.
When she played trans.
Yeah.
She was waiting. So what did you think about that? What was your
Back then when I first seen it, it was funny to me. It was funny to me, but it was like I wonder who. I always wonder, like, I didn't know too much about acting and how it was going. So I wonder, like, who was the consultant? Like,
Right.
those things, like the way she
Yeah.
was tucking, she had to take her hormones. It's like I was like, now that I know more about it, like, I was like, she could have just been cisgender. Why she had to be a femme queen?
Right.
Like, and it
Yeah.
made no sense to me. But
Go ahead, Courtney. What you saying?
if you ever saw, like, I know y'all saw this one, like when you ever saw, like, Ugly Betty when Ugly Betty the girl came back and she was trans, but she was cisgender. She was Rebecca Romaine.
Wow.
Oh
I've
yeah.
heard. I mean, I've seen many clips of shows where they do that. But like the most recent, more contemporary reference is freaking Secret Society, the shit that just came out on Amazon where they had the two girls playing femme queens and they was running around being stealth and they was sleeping with niggas and getting money from them and all that, but they didn't tell them they tea and all of that. So it's just like, yeah, it's exploitative, right? And they say that then they'll go ahead and, like, the girls was the one, I think the woman that put it together, who was the girl Lisa from freaking Basketball Wives first season, she has to do.
Oh Lord.
They had these women, they said they had the cis women playing us because the men did not feel comfortable, the male actors did not feel comfortable doing this movie and actually engaging in the scenes they were engaging in with trans women. So it's like, instead of actually recasting the men and actually
And like casting them as trans masculine or casting
well,
trans men to actually play those roles.
You could have found men who are willing to play. There's men who are willing to get fucked in the ass on camera by other men, so I'm sure they would not have mind. But being
a trans woman.
Period. So there's people that they could have gotten to do that, but they chose not to. And so that was exploitative, and that was a joke. And everything in that movie was from how they had the girls standing up to pee, and it was just like so many things that was just like it's fierce. So I think a lot of the times, like, they don't want, these people in the media want to be in control of the narrative that is put out there about trans people. They don't want us to be able to tell our stories properly or to be in control of the narrative. They want to be able to say, this is what y'all be doing, this is how y'all do this, and this is what it is. So,
and it's very voyeuristic. Like,
yeah,
who the hell are, like, if you are not living this experience, then how the hell are you going to even, like, like, even because it gives very voyeurism, fantasy, very much pay for play, because like y'all are making money off of our experience. At the end of the day, y'all are having these platforms, y'all are having these parties, y'all are doing all these things, and y'all are reaping benefits that can be and like immediately dispersed to trans women, especially trans women in need. There's so many trans women actors out here who cannot even get jobs, like regular jobs. And there's so many trans women creatives and artists who are like dying to like get, like literally dying, and then like figuratively dying to like get cast and to even just be quote unquote seen. And you're gonna cast these cis women to like helm our stories? Like, what is wrong with you people?
Then I think in a way, I think it's kind of dangerous too, because you put, for example, you put it out, right? So, for example, let's say like it's trans, and let's say like I'm a cisgender male, maybe I don't want to watch it. It's my prerogative, but then you put somebody else as the actress, and then I watch it, and I'm looking for like, oh, this is what they do. Oh, this is what they do. So it makes people, wary about it now. It makes people think about it more, and I think that it's dangerous. I feel more than anything, That's
I completely agree.
it does, because it helps to perpetuate this narrative that all we want to do is run around and trick niggas and
right.
trick them and play with them and get stuff out of them. Like, and it also creates this narrative that our lives are only existent to please men. Like that we only care about how we appear to niggas and how we appear to men and stuff. So, you know, it's stupid. And it does, like you said, it's very dangerous because then it's like that's what people walking around thinking about me. You know, and
Right.
that's why the girls, and that's why so many of the cunts feel like they have to spook you when they see you. Like if nobody else does, they're like, oh,
Right.
you know, that's a man or that's a
And
woman.
this about, I don't even watch
Right.
that. I never even watched that. I never
I
watched
didn't
that.
either. I didn't
It
either.
gives it
But
gives
I got
very
very,
much and
I
then
got
it's
very
like
detailed accounts of it from several girls who have. Yes.
it's so violent at the end of the day because like women like us are losing our lives at like a expedited rate for no reason just because we are quote unquote out here tricking people or we're even out here trying to figure out who we are and how we even show up in society and we're not even given the space to do so because we are having these narratives being told about our experiences. Some even, I'm gonna even throw myself under the bus, and like some of us even like taking jobs and like not like standing up for you like your rights or standing up for what the narrative should look like and like how it should be perpetuated and like how the authenticity should ring true, right? And like give space and give that vehicle and that vessel or be that vessel and vehicle for other trans women to see the authenticity, right? And like somebody says survival and it's like yeah I want to survive but I want to survive in a way that I can be a positive impact and not just some desire or some some one-off. It's like oh well I told that story I pay my debt to trans society. Hell no, because we still gotta like be out here living.
So this is off. I don't want to go to a topic too much.
Go on.
So I'm gonna. But how do y'all feel about when like if a trans woman want to go and be on TV, but she want to tell her experience and the way she acts and the way she deals with things via Sydney Star teas. And Sydney Star is not about you like that, but I'm just explaining. Like in that type of way, I'm just asking, like, because I feel it's each its own because one person don't speak for everybody. How do you girls see it?
Yeah, I feel like the same way. I feel like, like Roman said that earlier, like she was like, it's like we three girls, right? We all have a similar experience, but we all are in different, we all experience our experience differently, right? And we've all lived a different experience. So we're not a monolith. We don't all think the same. We don't all move the same. We don't all live the same. And so even to go back to the girls, how they try to say like, yeah, it is girls who out here who do cunt stunts and stuff like that to get money, to survive, to do what they have to do. But there's a way to tell that story. And there's a way to tell that story that is not exploitative. There's a way to tell that story that is brilliant, but that can only be told by a woman of that experience. There's a woman who lived that and who can actually tell that story, and that's who we need to be hearing from. I think that, yeah, like we need to hear the stories from the girls who are not interested in being, super duper fab. We need to hear from the girls who are in ballroom. We need to hear from the girls who are in ballroom. We need to hear from the girls who work the stroll, the girls who do this. We got all different type of women. We have women who are not only fuck being stealth and working to fuck niggas. We got women who are stealth who work corporate jobs, who work in America. We have women who are stealth who run businesses and all kinds of things. So it's all these different aspects of us and so many rich layers to us, so many different stories to be told. Some of us don't even like the same kinds of music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like we're not a monolith. I think that, and the more we have shows and the more we have media and representation, even in music, right? Like, for a rap girl like me, I never really seen a trans rap girl like me before. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna come out and give it to you raw, hardcore, not concerned about being up in her dialect necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like those that I never saw that before. You know what I'm saying? But there are girls like me who appreciate rap like that, who appreciate that. There are girls who want to see the dialectic and all of that too. And that's okay. We got many different experiences, and that's what I want us to be able to see. So as far as Sydney Star and all of that, I think that's cool. Like that's one experience they can show, but then they can show others too. It's more than we're more than that.
Right. It's more than enough space. And I would have to agree with you, Rara, and you, Court, because like we need to see a Sydney Star. Just like we need to see a Rahrah Gabor. We need to see a Courtney Topanga. We need to see a Rowin and Rahrah. Like we're not monolithic. And I feel like no one is. And I feel like society in this industry, and just to get a buck, they want us to be monolithic because they want to have us packaged, right? And they want us to have this certain level of, air about ourselves. And I just feel like that's so stupid. And it's very like, it's a cop out because it's like, girl, I'm going to end up killing myself because I'm trying to uphold this certain kind of standard that I'm not even being true to myself and being true to what I truly want or true to who I am. Right. And I feel like we as trans women have to also make space for all of us to be seen.
All right, ladies. Next question. How has representational politics helped or hindered our struggle to meeting our material needs and freeing ourselves? What does our likeness in mainstream institutions look like? Mean.
I think like we were just talking about, like that was a perfect segue. Like somebody said they want us to all be Janet Mock or Angelica Ross or India Moore or whomever that's like mainstream society, whether that be the indie girl or the fashion girl or whatever girl that is being packaged at the moment. Because I feel like there's always and also a turnaround, right? At one moment they want us to be the prolific writer who is telling stories about college experiences, and then the next moment they want us to turn around on a dime and be the bangy cunt relatable girl who can get down and dirty and like tell you off and like give you the tea, right? So it's like society, I think we have to like kind of like forego it or negate it in order for us to just thrive, and not only survive, but to actually thrive in society. And like, it's so annoying because I'm definitely one of the girls that like, I will literally go and hide away for 3 years if I'm not like living up to the standard. And it shouldn't be like that because we all deserve to be here. We all deserve a space here. And these mainstream institutions don't give a shit about nothing but making a buck off of us. And it's so like disheartening and infuriating. And I literally like I stepped away from the industry for that reason, because it's like, girl, I'm not that girl, or I'm not those women. Like I'm me, and I should be able to make money and eat and perform and do what I do and still be respected and still be honored and still be like shown in a positive light because I'm human and I'm that girl. No shade.
Shout out to that girl.
Period. I think that you summed it up perfectly, actually. Like, I'm just going to echo exactly what you just said. Period.
Wow, they said if you're not vaccinated, you can't smoke on here.
My pussy is vaxxed. I'm good. Okay.
They said if you're not vaccinated, you can't smoke on here, girl. You're not vaccinated, you cannot smoke on here, girl. Put that blunt down, girl. It's not about that right now. I'm sorry, she's not vaxxed.
No, I am.
I know, I'm playing.
I got my paperwork. Word.
All right. How has popular queer trans social media discourse changed from 2012 to now? What would you like to see moving forward?
Well, I personally want to hear from you, Court, because I am in my head an honorary juicy. And I mean, before I discovered my transness, I was being surrounded by, people like you and people who paved the way for me. So in 2012, I wasn't given what I'm given now. So I'm gonna have to shut up.
Wow. See, I'm the wrong person to answer questions like this because I don't pay attention to a lot of stuff, y'all. I really don't. Like, one thing I learned in life that at a young age, personally, like, my mother used to tell me things I used to always try to tell her. Things weren't like the way she saw it. Because my mother grew up in the 70s, and I'm like, it's not what it is. So I see things like what I do see. I see that I do see a little more representation. I do see that, like, you know, seeing from the simple things, from even polls or even RuPaul Drag Race having trans girls on there, like anything from models, like I don't know her name, but the one that's in the Calvin Klein spread. Back in my day, I never bitches couldn't even wear a Calvin.
With the
Yeah,
loud.
yeah. Back in my days, girls was even wearing Calvin Klein.
Right.
You know, so it's like it has changed. It has changed. I can say that it has changed. From I remember going places they didn't ask you your pronouns. Whatever you look like, that's what you was. If you looked like a dog, they would be like, "Hey, doggy, what you here for?" No, I'm being for real. I'm being for real because I've been in some of the best places and being celebrated. I've been in some of the worst places and treated like shit. Does it make sense? Like I've been everywhere. So it's like I've been to the streets of Paris celebrating. I've been to the bookends and it was given, excuse me, sir, like, is that real? You like, is what real? Is that real? You like the wig. I'm like, nigga, it's sold in. They like, we need that. It's sold in. What part did you understand? So I'm pretty sure it is not like that no more. But you know what I'm saying? I think that things have changed from where, because I've been outside since 2000. So even the way we deal with each other now is different. Like when I came up, like if you ain't have no titties, you wasn't respected. Knowing that every girl don't have titties. Like every girl don't want the same body. Like when I came out, the requirements was body. They didn't even care if you drunk water, just have body. They don't care about that. You got body or not, or you can't come in. So I think things have changed a lot. Like I'm just being real. That's why I don't like this talk, because my way is like a little old school. That's how I see it, but that's just how it was. Like, you know, they ain't give a fuck if you could breathe. They ain't give where you live at. You got body or not. So that's how things have changed, because now that every woman don't have body. I have two sisters that don't have titties, and I have 8 sisters. I have 2 sisters that don't have breasts, and I have 3 others that do. So it's like things, if you could see it on cisgender women, why can't you see it on trans? Like back in the days, there was no, I always say when I don't like to talk so much, because when I came in, there wasn't a lot of language for it. I just heard what Gia told me what cisgender was. Gia was like, I'm like, what the fuck is cisgender? She was like, I'm like, I don't know what that is. Cause I didn't know, like when I'm around more people, I'm learning. And then when I'm going to my friends, my girls, I'm telling them like, you know, you cisgender girl. They're like, no, I'm fish. I'm like, you're not fish no more. You upgraded, you cisgender now. Letting them know that you're not, this is what it is now. So they can know, because I didn't know. So, and I'm grateful that Gia did teach me a lot of stuff, because I had no idea. Like I had no idea of no language, because there wasn't no language. The language was however you show up as, that's what you are. That's just what it was. Well, not even what you show up as, what we think you are. So if I came in there and I had on a highlight and I look Spanish, they'd be like, all right, Maria, you look nice today. That's just what they gave. You giving Spanish fish. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that. That's just how it was. Right, Mojo, they would really ask you, are you a boy or a girl? Like, you like, what? I've been places where it's like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I've been places like, my sister said she went to school with you. Is your name Tyrone? No, bitch, I'm not Tyrone. Who is that? Mind you, my mother didn't even name me that, so I'm like, who is that? So it's like, I think things have changed in so many ways. So many ways. What about Rowin? So from what you seen back then to now, even though you didn't transition yet, have you noticed a change?
I feel like there has been a slight shift forward, because I mean, we still even have only like one or two, girls like me who haven't had like, the gender affirming surgeries or, to get the body. So it's like, and usually it's like one of us who gets the visibility, and then it's still just like, the body girls. And I feel like I'm in between, because on some days you give me the right push-up bra and I'm giving you body. But on a day where I'm giving you very much trans femme / mask, I'm I'm not seen as vividly or as respectfully as my counterparts. So I feel like it hasn't moved much, but I feel like I'm here to help it move so that girls can see that it's okay to, yes, if you want to have body, get body, but let that body be for you, not for, the appeasal of society or even our peers, even for these stupid ass niggas, excuse my French. But like, I mean, because I know I get dressed for my sisters. If my sisters give me compliments, and like you, Court, and like y'all give me my flowers, that's all I truly care about. But it still is like a struggle to navigate through society when you, because I still get the "what are you?" and I'm like, I'm me. It's like, and we ain't fucking. Why does it matter? But like, people only like want to see us sexualized and only want us to be homogenized truly, and it's a struggle. But I definitely feel like there's a little bit of elbow room going on. What about you,
What would,
Rara?
wait, hold on. Before
Oh,
that, before we go to Rob, I want to ask you, do you want to see moving forward though?
I just want to see genuine expressions of us, and like whatever that may be for us. And I don't want us to be like held in contempt to what like the quote unquote standard is, because like everybody's not, I mean, I don't have enough body fat, and I've tried to eat so much and do the pills and do all the things to gain weight so that I can even have some body. But like, I'm just like a naturally like slender person. And it's just, I just want us to all have space to like genuinely show up as ourselves, however our bodies do come.
All right, Rara Gabor. How has popular queer trans social media, that question, you want to go back to that?
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think I
I,
want to.
I,
Go ahead. What you
I was
say?
gonna say the whole question again if you wanted me to.
No, I remember the question.
Okay.
Okay, from 2012 basically to now, right? I think
Yeah.
that yeah, I think that the discourse around it is more like prevalent, meaning like it's we see it more. But I think the same discourse is happening. I don't think much of the discourse has changed since 2012. I think that yes, there are more people who are aware, but discourse is meaning like the discussions happening around like transness. Like, so what are people talking about it and how they're talking about it? They're talking about us the same way that they've been talking about us. I think that the academy and the media would have us believe that, we are moving so forward. But when you in the streets, when you talking to people, when you meeting people, and I don't necessarily feel the brunt of this currently, right? Because of where I am in my transition. However, I still hear the way people talk about it. I still see if I do get attacked on like a dating website, right? So if I'm on a dating site and men are like, they still, a lot of them believe we need to announce ourselves. We need to let them know we're trans. If we don't say from the very beginning, oh, I'm trans, or I have a penis, or I don't, or whatever, like that's all they care about. Like that's still what people care about. People still are very much like transphobic. Like I don't think that I think that it's now people are more careful about their transphobia. People are more, there's people are still gender policing bodies. A lot of the girls still feel the same way about body. You know, it's a lot of people are very nasty. When it comes to how they police the lives, the womanhood, the way we are, how they talk about us, how they see us, the things they want for us. Like it's not the same. I don't think many things have changed. I just think that people have gotten better at pretending not to be transphobic, because a person will say, okay, I respect you enough to call you she, her. I'm gonna say you're a woman. I'm not gonna disrespect you to your face. But in my head, you're a man, no matter what you say to me. So I think that once I stop really honestly giving a fuck about what the discourse is surrounding my womanhood, surrounding my personhood, then that's when I've been able to feel my most liberated. That's how I've arrived to where I am now currently, where it's like, okay, I actually don't give a fuck about what the conversations are around transness. I do care that we're able to control how we're seen in the media, that we're in, that we have the agency to put out the images of us and to tell our own stories and our histories. Yes, I want all of that. But as far as what cis people and what the rest of the world and people are having like these conversations about me and my community, I don't, they can suck dick. Like, so I don't really care. Like, I'm just like, as long as you don't violate me and keep it cute when you see me, that's all. But don't say nothing else to me. I don't care about how you feel about me, because I can't change your mind. You know, you're not going to accept me until you accept me, and that's just it.
What would you want to see moving forward?
I would want to see, like I said, I want to see more images of us controlled by us. I want to see more girls becoming liberated to stop giving a fuck about what the discourse is around us, right? And to be to just feel free enough to just be themselves. Like, I've been going around saying, like, I've been keying with my girls, like, let's go outside and get clocked. Like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, I'm like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop sitting up in your house being cooped up because you're scared to go outside and you're scared to get clocked. Bitch, go outside and get clocked. Live a little, you know? And that is too how society is going to move forward, because we gotta come out. We just gotta be outside. I ain't saying go outside and tell the world you trans, but bitch, if they figure it out, bitch, be like, yeah, yeah, what's up? Now what? Hello, hi, bye, get the fuck out of my face. Next, go outside and get clocked, Miss Thing. Fuck these people. Live your life. Be free. That's it.
I
Done
feel
with
you.
the
I feel you. No, 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 no. I feel you because but like I said, I feel like it has been a change. Like, cause like I said, I started out very young, like early 2000. Like when they say Cash Money taking over the 99 to the 2000, that's when I was making up my mind
right.
that I was coming out. Like, you know, so I think it's like a little slight change, but let's move on to the next question.
Okay.
This will be the last question of today. Who are some femme queens you admire most, and who are some you feel need more recognition?
Um, I admire, of course, y'all who are on this panel. Thank y'all for being y'all and showing up and allowing the space for me to show up as who I am and how I show up. Because that's so like so rare and it's so annoying. But thank y'all. I'm gonna have to throw it to like Aya, Fatima, Mojo, J Dab, my sister Sultana in New Orleans, my sister, like like there's so many. I can literally like make a whole list of people that I feel like need more recognition and more visibility, because like we are the everyday girls. Like, no shade. I mean, we don't do everyday things because we are out here like making magic and changing the world. But like we are really everyday girls. And like it's the everyday girl that needs to be seen. That's the girl that needs to be getting the million likes. That's the girl that needs to be pulling the partnerships and the brand deals and all of that. Like we literally are working from damn little to nothing and like still creating magic out of thin air. And like I think that is such a beautiful like thing to aspire to, because like I mean even me, like everybody's like, oh, you this that and the third, and I'm like, girl, I'm literally out here still creating content in my bedroom. So like it's to give the everyday girls the platform so you can actually get the authentic representation of what transness is or trans femmehood is.
Okay. Rara.
Well, you know, I always tell you, my femme queen supreme. You know, you definitely like are an inspiration to me. You know, because I just think, like I said before earlier, I think you're so brilliant. You have such great taste. You're round the
Thank you.
way. You're beautiful. You know, and you always put it where everyone can get it. You know, the things that you say, it's not in a way where the people can't understand it. And
Accessibility. Courtney gives that down. I'm here because of that reason. Sorry,
no,
I
for
had to
real.
interrupt.
Because it's Benji Kant. It's Benji Kant intellectual. And you know, that's how I see myself, you know. So and that's why I fuck with you so hard. That's why we are where we are, you know. So
I
um
love you. I love you.
I love you so much. Also like, you know, my girls for sure, like Fatima, Aaron, Aya, um, motherfucking Genovia. Like, excuse me, like I know some powerful ass bitches, you know, powerful ass femme queens that shaped the world, that have shaped how I see myself, you know, that have helped me see myself better, you know, that have helped me learn so much about myself, that have put me on to so much. You know, I fuck with y'all, you know, very much so. Also like shout out to Kwana, shout out to Kiva, you know, Camille. Yeah, I love the girls. Sanaya, like what? It's the femme queens for me, for sure.
I'm going to answer the question. Um, the girls that I feel like
And motherfucking Jadis Jolie, bitch. Hold on, I'm sorry, bitch. I'm sorry. And Jadis, bitch. Hairstylist to the motherfucking ones. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
the girls that inspire me, of course, would be like the first two I want to say is like my best friend, my Isha and Kia. They passed away. Today is Kia's birthday. Happy birthday, sis. I lost my sister like a year ago. She was a little younger than me, but she always was. Before she saw me before I saw me. Like, you know, she would always tell me every day I was beautiful. And I used to, when I first started walking bulls, I used to be very, very like timid. And she used to always tell me like, "You're gonna be fat because you look the same without the makeup on." And that was our jokes to each other. She's like, "You look nice without the makeup on, like girl, you're gonna be good." And I just never felt good. And she used to like literally take me to balls out of state, take me and get me ready, like my ideas, and she'll listen to me and literally put me on the runway because you know I wanted to be one of them ones, and she wouldn't stop until I did just that. Like, you know, her definitely Maisha, one of my best friends that I lost 6 years ago, that I have every year I have a cookout for her. We always had the most fun. We grew up together as kids. We transitioned together like these. Like whenever I want to give up, I know that I got these two just girl, you gotta get back up in the game. Like, you know, that, you know, means a lot to me. Like them two, like every day, like every day. Um then you have like my girlfriend Dee Dee from Atlanta, which super inspiring. She's she's in a place of so comfortable. You can't even touch her in no type of way. Nothing you could say. And I want to get like that one day. Like whereas like whatever you say doesn't affect me. I don't have to be on edge. Like I don't have to block you. You don't even exist regularly. So I don't have to press nothing because it don't matter. Like the, that is where I want to be. Like, you know, of course, Sanaya, because she has a lot of wisdom and she always takes you there. And then everybody that's younger than me, because I'm one of the older girls that I'm in between the old and the new, and I love learning. So I learn from younger people as well too, like the Quanas, my daughter Nikki, Miss Rahrah Gabor, fuck Tati, Anaya, like, you know, Adrena. Like I learn from these girls every day. Like, you know, even learn what not to do. My gay mother Tammy, which is a person that she doesn't come out as much, and she just simply amazing to me. Like, you know, Charmaine, just for like her energy is just so, you know, in that space. Like I just want to be like it's just so many younger people. Like even everyone, like a lot of younger girls really inspired me. And it inspired me to even be a better version of myself because I know that there's people looking. So I can't be out here fighting. I can't be out here wilding. I can't be out here belligerent. I can't give butt so much because you know people looking at you. You don't want to let them down. Jordan J, of course. Jordan is just I'll be like, you too professional, bitch. Like Jordan is just being so professional and so classy. And my granddaughter Maya, little Maya is just everything to me. Like, no, I'm so and this is the thing, like where I come from, when I back in the days, there was only one type of girl. There was only one type of girl. And that was it. There was no other girls. Everybody had on Benji cut sneakers. Everybody hung out together. It's either you were light skin, brown skin, however. But now that there's so many girls, and the last person I'm gonna say that's spicy is Erica. My girlfriend Erica. Happy birthday, Erica. She's definitely one of the strongest people I know, like through ups and downs. Erica's definitely a force. Like I don't know no one that has been through as much shit as Erica do and still rise above everything. So shout out to Erica, happy birthday. Those people that inspire me.
I'm gonna have to throw it back to Gia and Genovia because when I used to come to your cookouts, Courtney, I feel like they really like ushered me into my transness, and they were always like very supportive. Oh, and B Hawk as well. And definitely Fatima and Mojo, because like I definitely saw the one type of girl because I mean back in the day when I was like in New York, I was afraid to be who I truly am now because I was like, I don't look like those girls. And I don't even know if I will ever aspire to or want to look like that. So like just seeing different representations of us has literally like pushed me into like my fullness and into my liberation. So like I have to throw it to them too. And of course you, Courtney, because like, girl, like there's been so many nights I've come to your house and like you like let me know what the tea is from back in the day and today, like even with culture and even with music and even with my personal like experience in this industry and like helping me to not give up. And I've given up so many times. I'm sorry I let you down, but like I'm still here because like y'all exist and like Rah too, and like just everybody who's like doing the damn thing in our community. Like for real, like I stand not on y'all's shoulders, but I stand like on side of y'all holding y'all's hand. Like I need to be led and guided too. Like I don't know a lot of shit. So like it's really like imperative for me to have this kind of sisterhood. Like I'm so fucking grateful.
Shout out to Genovia. That's another bitch. It's Genovia. That bitch could do she could do any and everything. She never will say no. If you ask her, Genovia, let's sew this gown. All right, I'm gonna be over there on Wednesday. I'll be free. Bitch don't even have a sewing machine, but she'll make a way out of no way, girl. Like, so shout out to Genovia. Everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed the conversation. Do y'all want to say anything else before we go, ladies?
I just want to say shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the girls. I love the girls and all the girls are kind. And thank you for having me. Courtney, I love you. Rowan, I love you.
I love you too. We gotta go out. Girls.
I love y'all.
Yeah, it's time to pop out.
Please.
Bells ring.
All right, period.
Rowan, why you stop dancing?
I just got inside myself. It's just scary. I don't know. I just really lost a lot of belief in myself, especially after. I'm gonna just be frank. I don't give a fuck who watching. Like after that series shit that I did, shout out to the Emmys and all of them people, but like I really lost my confidence. Like I really thought I was untalented, not beautiful, like all these things that this series was supposed to be like pushing me forward to believe in myself. It literally like depleted me and sucked me dry. So I've been like just trying to like rediscover who I am and rediscover like my passions. But I'm trying, I'm getting back out there.
You was baby. You used to dance, honey. Oh my gosh, you was. Oh, don't cry, baby. Are you okay? Well, it's okay. You can get back into it anytime you want to. I just want to let you know you're amazing. Like watching you dance is like, oh my gosh, like just so you one of them ones, yo. You one of them ones. Like, shout out to you. You're amazing. No need to cry. Keep your head to the sky. Everything is.
I love y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Send us some love. Send us some love. Send some hearts. Send us some hearts. Everybody, we're about to end this now. Thank you, ladies. It's an amazing evening. Let's stay in touch. Thanksgiving.
Thank everybody who came. Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Rahrah Gabor. Thank you, Rowin. I appreciate everybody that showed up. Thank you, Yaya, Aya Simone for the questions. Thank you, Black Women Radicals for the platform. Thank you, everything. We're about to be out later.
I'll see y'all.